Hello, Internet. This is going to be my first episode of a vlog I'm going to call Whiskey and Wood. It's where I'm going to drink whiskey, tell you about it, and then make something out of wood. So, caveat, I don't know much about whiskey or wood. I've been drinking whiskey for about a year and doing some woodworking for about maybe 8 months or so. So I do consider myself a novice at both of them, but that'll give its own flavor to the show. So, for the first episode, I'm going to drink some Woodford Reserve, which is one of my favorites whiskeys. It's a bourbon. I've gotten it many times. It's Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. Looks like it's 45.2% alcohol. What I'm going to do is drink some of this and then read some tasting notes off of the website called Under the Label. Yeah, that is delicious. Like I said, it's one of my favorite whiskeys. For the tasting notes, the nose is supposedly aromas of freshly waxed wood, which is appropriate, I guess. Saddle soap, suede, and tapioca. The palate is a round, supple, dry yet fruity, medium, full body, and long. Dried fruit, roasted nut, grainy pastry dough, mint leaf, cola, sassafras, and peppery spice. I guess I can sort of taste some of those. The finish is mineral ore accented finish. Which I'll be honest, I have no idea what to make of that. It is, however, delicious. So there we go. That takes care of the whiskey portion now. So moving on to the wood, I think what I'm going to make is hand make a tea box for my girlfriend, because that's something that she's requested. I made her a tea box a couple months ago, and it has about 9 different compartments to it, but now she wants one that's a little bit smaller that will have like 3 or 4 compartments. So that's what I'm going to do. I got some of this lace wood from Woodcraft the other week, so I'm going to use this and then probably some mahogany or some walnut. I can't find my tape measure.
A routin' doutin' diddly outin' routin' doutin' da, and a routin' doutin' diddly outin' deetin' doutin' do, that a dum doutin' routin' dum, a routin' deetin' da, further a do, a dither a routin' doutin' diddly outin' da. A routin' doutin' diddly outin' routin' doutin' da, and a routin' doutin' diddly outin' deetin' doutin' do, that a dum doutin' routin' dum, a routin' deetin' da, further a do, a dither a routin' doutin' fiddly outin' da. A routin' doutin' diddly outin' da, and a routin' doutin' diddly outin' deetin' doutin' do, dither a dum doutin' routin' dum, a routin' deetin' da, feather a do, a dither a routin' doutin' fiddly outin' da. I am a little beggar man, a begging I have been for 60 and more in this little isle of green. I'm known from the Liffey down to Sigew, and I'm known by the name of old Johnny Dew. Of all the trades that's going, I should begging is the best, for when a man is tired he can sit down and rest. He can beg for his dinner, he has nothing else to do, only cut around the corner with his old rig-a-doo. A routin' doutin' diddly outin' da, and a routin' doutin' diddly outin' deetin' doutin' do, dither a dum doutin' routin' dum, a routin' deetin' da, feather a do, a dither a routin' doutin' fiddly outin' da. I slept in the barn right down a Currabon, a wet night came on and I slept till the dawn, with holes in the roof and the rain coming through, and the rats and the cats they were playing peekaboo. When who did awaken but the woman of the house, with her white spotty apron and her calico blouse? She began to frighten and I said boo, Ara don't be afraid, ma'am, it's only Johnny Dew. A routin' doutin' diddly outin' routin' doutin' da, and a routin' doutin' diddly outin' deetin' doutin' do, dither a dum doutin' routin' dum, a routin' deetin' da, feather a do, a dither a routin' doutin' fiddly outin' da. I met a little flat flaxy-haired girl one day. Good morning, little flaxy-haired girl, I could say. Good morning, little beggar man, and how do you do? With your rags and your tags and your old rig-a-doo. I'll buy you a pair of leggings and a collar and a tie, and a nice young lady I'll fetch by and by. I'll buy you a pair of goggles and colour them blue, and an old-fashioned lady I will make her too. Over the road with me packed on me back, over the fields with me great heavy sack, with holes in me shoes and me toes peeping through, singing skinny-a-rink-a-doodle, oh and oh Johnny do. I must be going to bed for it's getting late at night, the fire's all raked and out goes the light. So now you've heard the story of me old rig-a-doo, it's goodbye and God be with you, says old Johnny do.
Alright, so this is pretty much the finished product. I'm going to put a couple more coats of shellac on it, but I think this is pretty much done. So again, I used lacewood for the front and the back sides, mahogany for the sides, and mahogany for the inside dividers. Then I used cedar for the top, cedar for the bottom, and that was a board that I rip cut in half. So these are my first real dovetails that I would consider. First time I actually tried, measuring them out properly. I used my new little dovetail spacer, which I got off of Amazon, and then I finished it with shellac, and you can see I have those couple of hinges on there. I didn't put screws in the hinges for the top because the screws were too long and they would have gone through and been poking out of the top, so I didn't want that, so I just used some CA glue to connect that. Turned out pretty well. I mean, obviously my dovetails need a lot of work, but these are maybe the third set of dovetails that I've tried, and like I said, the first time really measuring them out proper and trying to do them right. So I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not too happy with the lid. Let me see if you can see that. It's not completely sitting flush on this end right here. You can see that there's that little gap. So yeah, I tried planing that down, but it didn't. I don't know. I wasn't able to get it, so there's a little gap there, but I think it will work as a tee box, and that my girlfriend will be happy with it. So again, whiskey and wood.